Hey guys. Now wait just a minute. Why are you making a video on the content cop and the RiceGum diss track when it's been a month since any of those things were relevant? Fair point, but I want to give you this. Oh, and what is that? Shut up. Good point, yeah. Hey guys, once to explain that, it's because I didn't want it to be a topic of video, because I knew that if I made it while it was relevant, I was going to get a bunch of hate from iDubbbz fans, and I'm making this video because the diss track on RiceGum was mediocre. It's not one of the greatest diss tracks that has ever been created, but there are things I wanted to talk about for a while now. I don't want to just post them on Twitter because I think that would be useless because barely anyone would see them. So here we are. Consider this a reaction video, except I'm cutting out a large majority of the thing I'm reacting to. I'm only going to be talking about the stuff that I think deserves to be talked about. Now I can say that the beginning segment was pretty good. It has some nice flow. The beat, well, kind of an odd choice, definitely works with what they chose, and so it's good. That part's good. Then we get into the second part of the first verse, which,
Talk like you eating some paste. Hey, is that your IQ or your age? Hey, say to your audience face. Hey, how Jacob Sartorius tastes.
Now the Jacob Sartorius part, I can say that was a good diss, but the other ones, I'm not sure. It doesn't just live up to the iDubbbz thing. If I expect an iDubbbz diss track in a content cop, I expect it to be some really hard-hitting stuff, but no, it's just some freaking playground insult disses. Of course, every line can't be content cop worthy everything, but
you've been pretending ever since your little rice bowls descended. Let kids think you did it all when you weren't capable of making a playground insult.
The first Boy in a Band verse definitely wasn't that good. The Boy in the Band verses, while tying it all together, don't entirely make it good by any means. Some of the verses were good. Some of the later verses from Boy in a Band were good. I can say that. But the first one definitely did not give us a very first impression. Now this Casey Neistat line.
That's bad, but then I heard you try to rap. I was more disappointed than when I found out Casey Neistat didn't have nice tats.
That is what is called a filler lyric. It's when they can't think of anything, so they just randomly throw something in from a different person. Which, if it's not a filler lyric and they actually thought of that by themselves, that's not a good lyric. Why did they just randomly have a diss on Casey Neistat in there? Sure, it's a mediocre pun at best, but why? It's completely useless. You could have put another good roast of RiceGum in there, or at least a good mediocre roast of RiceGum, but why a random Casey Neistat thing? Besides Boy in a Band making a clickbaity video about it, why?
You really don't see your friends rolling their eyes hoping to die? They're so tired to be throwing the price of what you buy in their face? No. You think they're gonna say...
That part always gets me. Because like everything was on melody. The first verse was always on melody, and then they just do a random fast rap part. It's more of just a transition back into the iDubbbz part, but it definitely didn't flow that well. I'll say that.
But dude, you're gonna be crucified. How can you claim that shit when you're too scared to going on PewDiePie?
Now PewDiePie in the video. I want to talk about this. PewDiePie in the video had no use. There was no use for PewDiePie being in the video. He was never mentioned thus far in the video. PewDiePie is there just to say, hey, I'm friends with PewDiePie. Look at me. You guys know I have confirmation on my opinions when I'm friends with PewDiePie, right? You see, guys, even PewDiePie supports this opinion because, of course, iDubbbz needs validation for his opinions, of course. It's not like iDubbbz is the most respected person in the YouTube community, and so he doesn't need any validation for his opinions.
Let me guess, I'm irrelevant, right? Isn't that your excuse? When you're too stupid to explain your views? Cause you're as basic as a one-block Rubik's Cube?
That's not good. It just doesn't seem like a good roast. Just a random comparison isn't gonna make for a good roast. You have to make sure it's good and relevant and stuff. Just calling someone a one-block Rubik's Cube definitely doesn't display your point that well. You could have done something more relevant to RiceGum or something. I personally can't think of any examples right now, but you can see where I'm going with this. Now, of course, this probably isn't a very good example of this point, but let me be assured to you, there's one immediately after that explains it a lot better.
RiceGum? You're an insecure, unoriginal little bitch, and that's that. So come to think of it, you're actually the dog filter on Snapchat.
That line. I don't like that line. That line just doesn't work. Why did they have a random diss at Snapchat? Does Snapchat have any relevance to RiceGum? I'm assuming the Gabby Show thing happened, but I'm assuming that's not why they put a random Snapchat thing in there. So, why?
Now I'm finished as planned. It was just 3 minutes, so it wasn't that bad, but I got one question to ask you, bro. Did it feel good, though?
That's good. That's a good ending line. I like that. That's nice and satisfying. Really gets you right there. Anyways, I'm not saying that the diss track is the worst thing ever, but the diss track definitely isn't the best thing in the video either. I'm not going to say that RiceGum made a better diss track response, but iDubbbz's was a 6 or a 7. RiceGum's was a 7 or an 8. So it's somewhere around the 7 area. There's a lot of contrast between the two diss tracks. The iDubbbz one is definitely a lot line heavy. They wanted to make sure that the lines really hit home what he was getting to there. But since it's his first time doing something like this, it's definitely not going to be that good. Of course, the boy in the band helped a little bit, but still didn't make it that much better. And the RiceGum one was definitely more sound-based. They wanted to make sure that it hit you hard with that drop and that beat, but the lines were completely horrible. If you're using your ghostwriter for that one, RiceGum, you should consider firing. Anyways, this is just a scrambled together video because I wanted to talk about this. This is a thing that I wanted to talk about, and I didn't see anyone actually criticizing iDubbbz's diss track. I've seen a lot of people criticize RiceGum's diss track, but not iDubbbz's. People have said that it's the best thing ever, and it's not. Anyways, guys, that's it for the video. See you all in the next video, so goodbye.